For the 26th running of the NASCAR Sprint All-Star Race. We're joined by our race runner-up and our third-place finisher. Our second-place finisher tonight was Martin Truex Jr. He drives the number 56 Napa Toyota. And our third-place finisher, Joey Logano. He drives the number 20 Home Depot Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing. Martin Truex, you raced your way in. You finished second. Pretty good night tonight for the 56 team.
Yeah, it was. It was a lot of fun. You know, to come here and not even be in the show, and then win the Open, obviously, and run well all night. It was a lot of fun for us. We just fought track position all night. We finally got up there at the end, and I felt like the closer we got to the front, the better we got. But the guys did good with the car, adjusting on it all day from the sunlight of the Open, to win that, and then throughout the race tonight, they did a good job. So it was a lot of fun. It was fun to get those guys in there and let them do their thing, and just needed a few more laps. I was catching Kurt there at the end, but it was a good day for us.
Joey Logano, third place finish, just your second All-Star race. Talk about it.
Yeah, well, you had a good car. I felt like a good car that was capable of winning, actually, and we fought loose to start the race. And I couldn't get the gas down. It's the same thing I fought in practice. I was like, man, we got to tighten this thing up so at least I can get the gas down and pass guys. I was just too loose on the bottom to clear them. So we did a good job getting the car close, and I felt like the last 10 laps I had like a 7 or 8 lap run maybe. And I was running down the 48 and the 2. I was like, man, I got a shot at this. I'm just going to run out of time. And I think a caution came out. I'm like, all right. So tried it and went into 1, and I plowed the nose a ton, went all the way up the racetrack, lost 5-6 spots, and I'm like, man, what the heck just happened there? So I got lucky. Caution came out, and they go to the last completed lap here at Shootout Rules. So starting, inside front row, I was like, all right, I'm not making the same mistake twice, and I went in there easy to make sure I didn't do that, and everyone had big momentum on the top side and cleared me, and I just after that I was third place. So it stinks. All the guys did a great job. We had awesome pit stops. It's been kind of name of the game lately for us. We've had good stuff. So we're close, man. It just stinks when you're sitting on the front row there with a green-white checker and you feel like you can win this thing and you come up short. It's a tough gig.
Okay, we'll take questions now for either Martin or Joey. If you have one downstairs, we'll take one before we go upstairs. Any questions downstairs for either one of these? Let's get with Kenny right here, and then we'll go upstairs for a question. Go ahead, Kenny.
Kenny Bruce with SceneDaily.com. Joey, you were apologizing at the start, I believe, of the last 10-lap thing. You said you didn't feel like it was totally your fault, but you might have caused a little bit of trouble out there. Exactly what did you feel like you did wrong at that point?
What happened there was I think it was the 18 in front of the 48. I'm not sure. I think he was spinning his tires, so I was getting this run on the 48, and you can't cross his bumper until you get across the start-finish line. And so I was trying to time my run to get underneath him after that and go 3 wide into 1. And I started getting underneath him. He started blocking, and at that point I started trying to squeeze out of the gas so I didn't get in the grass. That was going to be that's what I didn't want to do, so that was going to be a mess. My left side's touched the grass. It made me loose, and I chased up the track, and I checked up a ton, and that just caused a big wreck. So it was my fault because I stuck it in there, but it's an all-star race, and there was no give and take, which you got to expect with a race like this coming down the end. And I felt like I had to go for it. At that point of the race, when you're sitting 5th, you need to get some more track position there, and that was a quick way I thought I'd get a couple spots. And I don't know what I got to do next time, but it's just this wasn't give and take there, I guess, either on both ends of it.
Let's go upstairs in the press box for a question. Go ahead, press box.
Jeff Owens, SceneDaily.com. Joey, did you see the incident on the backstretch between Denny and Kyle? And if so, what did you think happened, and what do you think this is going to do to the relationship between those two guys?
I know nothing. I don't know nothing. All I heard was rumors from other people and what's going on, and I don't know any more than you guys know. So I know they're cool with me, so that's a good thing, I guess. And I'm sure they'll work it out, whatever it is. Joe and JD have been through situations like this before, and Joe, especially with football teams and stuff like that, I'm sure there's controversy in that. So I'm sure they'll figure it out. I ain't worried about it.
Other questions upstairs? Go ahead if you got a question upstairs.
Anybody else? Hold on, Kerry. We do have one more.
All right, we'll take it, and then we'll come back down to Jenna. Go ahead.
Lee Spencer, Fox Sports for Martin Truex. How much stuff were you guys trying out that you'll use again next week in the 600?
Well, we had a test, that big test over here. I guess it was about a month or so ago, and we had a really good test here. We learned a lot. That was really our first big test together as a group. So we learned a lot there, and that's a lot of the stuff we learned is things we've been doing the last 3 or 4 weeks that have been working for us at the racetrack. So we used everything that we learned here then for here tonight, and I suspect we'll do the same next week because it worked well for us. So we felt good coming into here that we could run well. I feel like our car is a little bit better for the long haul, for the long runs, which will be good for next week. And so we'll use a lot of what we learned here this weekend, or what we use this weekend for the 600.